Capricorn, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. So for today I'm going to be doing a general reading, past, present, future, a 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify it with the vampire deck, grab a vampire oracle, and draw 3 yes or no cards. But before I draw the vampire oracle and the 3 yes or no cards, I want to introduce you guys to a new tarot deck. Tarot of the Vampires. So, yeah, the human thought it would be fun just to add, another vampire deck. But I'm just going to draw one from that, and that'll just be the general card, and hopefully it'll kind of be a, to accentuate the whole deck, or the reading at least. Anyway, and, yeah. I love these cards. Okay, so let's get started for Capricorn. The general card for today is a High Priestess. Okay, let's look at the first row is the past. You get the 2 of Wands, Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's look at the past and break this down. Okay, so what I see here is you had quite a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful past. You embarked on something, you got something, material, financial, or whatever kind of abundance. You had knights coming towards you. Gosh, this is such a beautiful past. It just looks, like you really put effort into something. You embarked on this journey. You see somebody just standing out saying, I want to, and we'll start hitting the waters and stuff like that. And the Knight of Cups, you could even have a Knight of Cups kind of zodiac. You could have Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio in your star chart. But here's one of your cards, the Knight of Pentacles. But it just looks like in the past it looked really, really beautiful because you really took action on something and, it just worked out in your favor. And that's just what I see here is that, you really took up this beautiful leap of chance or faith, whatever it was, and you just decided to embark and you got abundance. But that's why we're also going to clarify it and also look at the future. But so far, this first row looks amazing. For current times, in the second row, you get the Tower reversed, Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands reversed. Now what I see here is, is that, you started off in the past in a really confident position, but something had to break down for you to rejuvenate this kind of Ace of Pentacles kind of idea, but somehow it left you still feeling like there's no opportunity or outlook in the future or in your current situation. And it can happen. It's like everything comes in waves. It's like, sometimes people have, low parts of the waves, but then they are high and then they start hitting low again. And this is kind of like a rejuvenating kind of situation that you're going through in current times. The Tower reverse is kind of like, you had to break something down, for it to rebuild. And that's, the Ace of Pentacles finally came in as a form of rebuilding. But yet, you're not really quite out of the woods yet because you sort of have this, like, this kind of maybe insecurity or something. Because normally upright, you're confident about embarking on this journey. But, you probably think, or maybe something in the past happened and you just think, I don't want to be having repeated mistakes and stuff like that. But that's just what I see here, is that, you're very cautious and you had to rejuvenate some kind of income and you got the Ace of Pentacles. And this is even in the, the middle part of the whole read. Hopefully it is resonating with you. Now the future. You get the Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups reversed, and the Ace of Pentacles upright. And what I see you, doing is, you're believing in yourself again, Capricorn, and that's what I love. I just love, just seeing how, you're able to kind of get out from feeling this insecure and a certain moment to getting back on that horse again and riding off But yet, somehow it feels like, you're not really taking good care of your own emotional well-being, but yet, it's you're still working hard on something. Because the the Queen of Cups is a caring card. And so what I see here is, you're working hard on, your finances and stuff like that, but you also need to start, thinking about yourself too. And maybe that's what you're still working on here. Okay, we're going to clarify it with the Vampire deck. For the Two of Wands, you get the Queen of Skulls. Exactly. You were working hard on this beautiful endeavor. And this is one of your cards, you're an earth sign. This is the Queen of Pentacles. This could be you, man or woman, it doesn't matter. But it just looks like that you were really working hard on something. And it really worked out amazing for you. Because if you get those 2 nights after that, wow, this is just beautiful. Just to see abundance and just taking off, because a lot of people are too afraid to even take the first step on going out. And then, but yet you took on this opportunity. And it gave you a really good financial situation. Or at least some confidence. For the Knight of Cups, you get the Three of Wands. Exactly. You embarked on this journey. And that's what I see here. Is, you got abundance and, you're embarking on this journey. Or you embarked on this journey and you're getting some kind of abundance from this cup. Or it could even be a love connection. Somebody with fire and water in them. Or you could even have fire and water in your star chart somewhere, but it just looks like, this was a really beautiful connection of the past of some kind. Wow. For the Knight of Pentacles, you get the Daughter of Grails. This is the Page of Cups. And again, this is you, one of your cards. And, you're pretty much, this is kind of a slow-moving, slow progress kind of card, because, the Knight is not even moving like, in the other ones. But somehow, you're still waiting, or you were probably still waiting in the past, but somehow, you were waiting patiently for finances to come in the past, and that's just what I see here. The past just looks really, really, really beautiful. I'm so happy if this resonates with you. But let's look at the Tower reversed. Eight of Grails. So maybe, it's like, whatever happened in the past, it's like, well, something broke down and you're walking away from it. And that's just what I see here is, you're just kind of walking away, from this whole situation, and it's good, because, you're rebuilding yourself up to get the Ace of Pentacles. And sometimes something needs to be broken down in current times. It doesn't have to mean that something bad happened in the past, but if you made a bad financial decision, it could have impacted you in current times. For the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Lord of Grails, the King of Cups. Wow. In the past, you got the Knight of Cups. You could have been dealing with a water sign, or you could have water in your star chart, but this King of Cups was diplomatic, or you were probably very diplomatic, and you got a good financial deal somehow, right now. And that's just kind of what I see, it's like, because, maybe somebody saw you going through a tower moment and thought, oh man, I really want to help them. So when they saw you suffering, maybe somebody offered you a wonderful deal. It doesn't have to per se mean money. It could mean anything else, whatever happened in your life. So, for the Page of Wands reversed, you get the Queen of Knives. You felt like there was no opportunity, but yet somehow you were strategizing because in the future, when you got back on that horse, so you were trying to figure out how to get back on that horse. And maybe this King of Cups kind of situation and this Ace of Pentacles helped you, regain that strategy in your life again. And that's what I see, is that, no more, of tower moments of problems, chaos, and this and that and the other. But you were slowly, rebuilding yourself up, for a better future. For the Knight of Wands, you get the Five of Cups. So what I see here is, you're on, you're back on the horse again. You're heading off into a way better situation, but yet there's still a bit of disappointment and uncertainty of the future. And of course, that's the case with anything with the future. is that uncertainty and fears and stuff like that can make you feel despaired and disappointed somehow. And that's usually the case, it's like when you had to go through that tower moment in Eight of Grails of leaving something, you probably think, oh man, I don't want to have to go through a moment like that again. But you are, surviving somehow. With the Ace of Coins, with the King of Cups, stuff like that. I mean, and yeah, sometimes, when we go through past disappointments, we're always a bit uncertain about the future, saying, fool me once, shame on me, or, you, stuff like that. But then for the Queen of Cups reversed, you get the Four of Grails, and I get it. But what you need to start doing, Capricorn, is you really need to start believing in yourself again. Because, you started off as a beautiful, strong, confident, with all the knights, you had the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, and, sometimes, a lot of people, when you're going down the highway of happiness, sometimes you do, get a flat tire and stuff like that. But don't be despaired, and don't be afraid of the future. Sometimes, yeah, you just have to kind of, start believing in yourself again. And sometimes everybody has, high moments and low moments and stuff like that. But, that's when you have to go internally and start, believing in yourself and start loving yourself. For the Eight of Pentacles, you get the Nine of Swords, and I get it. Fears, these are just future fears, but these are just paper dragons, to be honest. These are not, the future hasn't happened yet. But that's why I'm just a guide, putting all these 4 warnings out there for you. And what this whole reading is more or less is telling me is that, it's like, is you need to start believing in yourself again. And, sometimes you have tower moments where everything is all chaotic and broken down and stuff like that. But sometimes, you have to leave situations. Sometimes things have to break down just so you can bring in new ideas, new plants, stuff like that. Sometimes you have to get rid of the old shrubs to plant in new, beautiful flowers and stuff like that. And that's just kind of what I see here. Sometimes you have to walk away, and you manage, if this does resonate with you, you are doing amazing. And, I'm just a guide, to say, well, don't be afraid of the future and do a lot of self-care. I want to pull a card from the new Vampire deck, so let's see. Six of Wands, you have something to celebrate. These people are out there celebrating somehow. So, start believing in yourself again. Start celebrating who you are and what you want in this world. And maybe you could be, part of this whole, group or something in the future. And that's just what I see as an overall thing, is you just need to start believing in how strong you were in the past, and start, using, all of your strengths and determination, stuff like that, as an anchor to help you forward. Move forward, I mean. But anyway, I'm going to pull Vampire Oracle for you. Let's see what the vampire has. Transgression. Flaws, contradictions, mistakes. Whatever this tower moment was, if it was a flaw, contradiction, or mistake, the most important thing what you have to do is you have to forgive yourself. Sometimes these things happen, and usually it's a silver lining or a blessing in disguise. But if you have any kind of transgressions, I would forgive yourself. And because, everybody makes mistakes. It's like, I wish I would have actually run out of my tarot store 300 years ago, before I allowed, this vampire to, to actually transform me into this, who I am. But, I've forgiven, myself for that, and you need to forgive yourself for any kind of mistakes and stuff like that you've made in the past, because, in life there is no handbook. Okay. I'm going to finish off this reading with the 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause the video. This is a yes card. So 6 of Pentacles upright. Oof. The Judgment reversed is a no card. 2 of Wands reversed is no. Okay, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it at that for you. But if this reading resonated, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel. If you love my channel either way, then I'll see what other vampire stuff that we can work on and be on this beautiful journey that I'm allowing you to embark on with me and stuff like that. But I love you guys all so much. In a few days, I'm going to go back to love readings. I'm going to do general love readings again. But I love you guys all so very much, and I want to thank you all for supporting me.